I want to talk about the voice of tomorrow and why that is so dangerous when it comes to depression and dealing with mental health problems. Oh, by the way, I'm depressed. I've been in like a really severe episode for probably like a month and a half now, I'd say, but it's definitely progressively gotten worse over the last week and a half. Um, Good news is I do have medication that just was delivered to my Amazon locker, so hopefully I will be on my way to feeling better. And I'd like to be feeling better sooner rather than later. What I mean by the voice of tomorrow is depression is a very complex disease slash disorder, and for a lot of reasons, but your body's response to it and the way that you experience the external world just changes so much based on your internal experience, right? And this is just like when you're well and you're mentally well, your internal experience really determines how we move through life, how we perceive ourselves and the outside. So when you have this horrible, debilitating disease that is constantly telling you lies about yourself, things become very difficult very quickly. There's a lot of different factors that play into this, and if we were going to kind of try to divide it into sections, there's a self-harm aspect, which can be actual physical self-harm, but I really think that neglect can be considered as self-harm, because my body has a tendency just to kind of go into freeze mode, and I shut down and I become very avoidant of responsibilities, tasks, things that I know need to be taken care of. And then when I avoid those tasks, there's negative consequences that have an impact on me later on. Sometimes it's immediate, sometimes it's further down the road, but the point being is that I avoid the thing has consequences, and it's usually negative impact. Okay, so there's that side of things. There's like self-neglect in the sense that you stop bathing, you stop eating regularly, I could barely drink water right now, for God's sake. I can't even stay hydrated, and my body is made of like 98% water. So there's that, and then with that avoidance kind of comes this idea that this sweet little lie gets implanted in me. And the lie is, oh, well, I'll take care of it tomorrow when I'm feeling better. Okay? I have been telling myself that lie specifically for like over a month now. I'll take care of it when I'm feeling better tomorrow. Okay. It's not how depression works. Because I don't feel any better today than I did yesterday, 10 days ago, 20 days ago, etc., etc. And I'm not going to until I actually do something and act, because I'm at the point where I need medication, right? And it's great. I have medication that's in the Amazon locker right now, and I'm going to take it today, and then I'm going to consistently take it, and then I'm going to improve. But how dangerous is that, to have your own brain tell you, oh, well, it's just going to be fine tomorrow. Suddenly you're going to feel better, and you're going to feel able and capable to do these things again. How dangerous is that? How long do you sit in suffering while your mind is just telling you that eventually this will end and it'll resolve on its own? Because for some people that's just not true. For some people it is. You can go through a depressive episode and then suddenly just come out of it and feel better again. But for a lot of people, medication is a necessary thing, and I am apparently one of those people. Try as I might to I've tried to avoid this at all costs possible, okay? There's been times where I've been on medication, like especially when I was pregnant, because I had pregnancy depression really early on, and then I didn't want that to be my entire experience being pregnant. Then after I had her, I had postpartum depression, but I stopped taking my medication because it was in a really, really complicated and just an unhealthy relationship, and everything was really hard, okay? So I've been on and been off, I've tried something, it hasn't worked. I've tried something else, and there's been a bunch of side effects. And that's kind of just been a repeat theme in my life as an adult is that I get frustrated after a certain amount of time because people make it sound really simple. Oh, just, get on medication and then just take that and do that. They don't understand that finding the right medication in the first place is a whole process on its own. And, you'd have some people argue and say, well, it's not supposed to be easy, and, now everything's just handed to you. Okay, well, that's also extra, extra hard when half of my brain is telling me that I don't deserve to live and I'm a burden to other people and I deserve this kind of suffering and I should feel this way. So it's just a really complicated thing, and I wish that people who don't experience depression could just be a little more compassionate. And that's not to say that everybody's not, but there's just a lot of people that don't understand. And so I guess what I want to say is I'm really grateful that I have a husband who understands mental health struggles, like challenges. And on top of that, Eric is very smart and has done a lot of the footwork when it comes to taking care of his own health. So I am just really grateful to have, some of that burden relieved from me by having someone on my team who has done the research into this and has taken a lot of the guesswork out of it. So my chances of getting it right on the first try are much better as opposed to if I go to a psychiatrist and then I get like a generic, drug and then I have a bunch of side effects and that doesn't work and then I get frustrated and I give up because I'm already depressed and I am struggling anyways. So I guess what I'm trying to communicate is that it is really hard. I am trying. I'm grateful that I have somebody on my team. And if you are struggling with depression and the voice is telling you it'll be fine, you'll be feeling better tomorrow, do not believe that motherfucker, okay? Because like I said, for some people that is true, but for a lot of people it is just not, okay? It's not true. Don't wait until tomorrow. Do what you can to stay alive today, but there will be a certain point where you have to act or you have to ask for help so you can act. And I'm there right now, okay, people? I am suffering. I am just full of the emptiness right now. Full of emptiness. That's actually a funny thing to say. But yeah, just the emotional void, the emotionless void is swallowing me right now. Like I'm sitting outside. It's a beautiful day. These leaves, beautiful. They're supposed to be at least. And I feel not a single thing. Not a single thing. I'm just empty inside. Completely. I'm going to participate in healthy coping mechanisms and techniques today to try to push myself up the hill a little bit. It's beyond apathy. It's the feeling of like self-hatred and that I deserve to suffer this much and feel this way. And yeah, I don't know. I just think that there is something valuable in being authentic about that because most of the internet is just about how people are living their best lives. Every day is so good. I'm having coffee with my girlfriends. I'm doing this fun activity with my kids, or I am succeeding in everything I do. And you know what? I'm not right now, okay? I'm not succeeding in everything I do. I'm in fact suffering. So this is just the real version of my life and what's happening to me in this moment. And I think that seeing content that is only focused on overwhelming positivity, because our culture leans towards that way, it's so harmful and it's so isolating for anybody that struggles like this because all you're seeing is that everybody else out there is doing well and you're doing terribly. It's just so misaligned with your external and internal experience, and it's unsettling in some ways. It only feeds the demons inside of you. So maybe this will help somebody else who's feeling like this, because I know you're out there. I know at least one of my 40 people that like to watch me is like not having a good time right now. It's just this is a numbers game, baby. Anyways, I think I'm done talking now. I need to call my husband and then go take medication so I can save my life. But yeah, so that's what's new in my world. I'm not even going to say anything annoyingly positive like do your best. Because that's not how I feel, okay? So I'm not going to say do your best, even though you should do your best. I'm just going to say if all you're doing is surviving right now, that is enough. And don't believe that stupid lie that's like, it'll be better tomorrow. That's just stupid. I did that, and now here I am. Okay, bye.
Get him, get him.